He is amazing. He just takes everything in his stride. He's so easygoing, he's so laid back. He's happy. He sees the world, I think, in a different way, and I think he shows us the world in a different way. And I think we see things differently now that we've got him than we ever did before. And he makes us happy. He makes everybody happy. He will light up a room just by being in it. He was born 2 weeks early and was doing really well, but things just weren't quite right. By the time he was about 3 months old, he started having like little spasm type things. We went to the doctors, obviously, because I knew something wasn't right, and they just kept on fobbing me off, saying, no, it's fine, and he's just a late developer, and what he's doing is just an exaggerative startle reflex. And it wasn't until he was about 5 months old that he was really not very well, and he got rushed into hospital. And he started doing these funny things that the doctors had said were just exaggerative startle reflexes.
I was more in denial at the start.
Yeah,
I was like, no, he's going to be fine, he's going to get better, he's going to be normal. And Gemma knew deep down that might not never be the case, but that's what made me go, push through every day, knowing that maybe one day he's going to walk, he's going to talk.
When we had Bobby and Madison, because it was normal for them, they were born into this situation, so it's not like having Toby after them where things changed dramatically. This has always been their life, and so it's normal for them, so they've never questioned anything because it's just normal. He was such a happy baby and he laughed all the time, and about 2 to 3 years ago he just stopped, and that was the hardest thing I think I've ever, out of everything, that's what I missed the most. He lost what was part of him. I was so used to kind of seeing him in the morning and him just being so happy, because he can't explain how he feels, and actually seeing him smiling it kind of gave me a sense that he was happy and he was okay. It was about 6 months ago, he just started smiling again. I feel like I've got back part of Toby that I never thought I'd see again. I thought that we'd lost that forever, and that for me was the hardest thing. I knew a bit about Naomi House, but I obviously didn't know enough because I just had the completely wrong perception of Naomi House. I think in my head I was thinking it's a hospice, it's somewhere for them to go at the end of their life, and I just thought, no, it's not the place for us. And I think that's why it took us so long to even consider having a look round Naomi House. I sort of thought, right, okay, I'm going to come and have a look around Naomi House and, get a fresh perspective. And I think the first thing I said when I walked through the door, I saw this really happy greeting face coming to see me. And I looked through the door and I said to her, you're not taking him. I'm not handing him over. And she just laughed and said, that's fine, just come and sit down and you tell us what you do want us to do. And I thought, oh, okay, this is not quite as I was expecting. That made me relax slightly, knowing that actually I could tailor our stays at Naomi House to how we wanted it as a family.
If we didn't know or didn't ever come to Naomi House, I think you'd probably still be quite shut up, closed person. I think since we've come here and Gemma's let someone else take the reins of Toby's medication and stuff, it's helped with just the whole communication and talking and getting to know people and chatting to people.
I think for me, the biggest thing for me that I look forward to the most, which probably sounds ridiculous, is the mornings. I mean, I still get up early, I can't get out of that routine so much, but it's so nice to be able to sort of wake up in the morning and think, I'm so comfortable, I don't want to move, and I can just lay here for a little bit longer, or Bobby and Madison can come and jump in the bed with us and cuddle up together, and things that I don't get to do at home because I have to get up and I have to have Toby's feeds ready and I have to have his medicines ready. It probably was a good, 3, 4, maybe even 5 days before I sort of went, actually, do you know what? They have got a good care plan. They've got every information that they need in his folder, which goes everywhere with him. They have, protocols, they have routines, they know what they're doing. It's, for me, is a huge thing, to trust someone to keep him safe and to make sure he has everything he needs and to understand him and just, make sure he's having fun and enjoying himself. And to be able to just read Toby a story or just sit with him or lay with him on the floor, which I do a lot of that at home with him, but it was just so nice to be able to just lay there and think, okay, I'm so comfortable with him now, I don't have to get up and move to go and do his feed because the carers were coming around me and just kind of working around me, and it was just really nice to just be mum. Thinking about dealing with him passing, but then having to deal with everything else as well. It's too much, because it's not something that parents think about. They shouldn't have to worry about things like that. We shouldn't have to think about our own child leaving us before we do. And whilst we are going to hold on to him for as long as we possibly can, knowing that they're there just gives us comfort.